Alright, welcome back to our main studio. A few messages to read again. Tsubasa says, Itsuki, Director Terracino's a scary person, but he's really passionate about what he does. They won't get away with manipulating his passion to this awful stuff. We have to stop this, Itsuki. Okay. Mako says, Kun Terracino. Huh. They really went after a big shot this time. Itsuki, I'm counting on you to help the others. But most importantly, there's a side quest for Momori. So this will be a minor interruption for our dungeon crawling. She says, Itsuki, Mako and Uncle have been starting to fight because of me. I'm at Daitama right now, please help. And then they give me a map. Alright, let's head over to Daitama. Although, Mako's right there. So, I don't know how they're fighting right now. That's impressive. Oh, there she is. Oh, Itsuki. You mentioned something about Barry and Miss Mako having an argument? Well, about that. Recommended level 34. I think I'm right around there. Steel Heart. What's wrong? Immediate text message. Mako says, I'm sorry, Itsuki, can you go to Daitama right now? I accidentally left Momori there. I'm already here. What in the world happened? Barry suddenly began voicing his opinion against Momori's working on microwaving with Momori. Or Mamorin. Well, if you're with Momori, great timing. Can you help her out a bit? What? I need to go after Barry. I feel bad dragging you into this, but I'm counting on you. Alright. So now this is where I am now.
バリーさんが急に守りがレンチンをやっていることに反対するようになったと。でもあんなに好きだったのにどうして急に。
それは私がちょっとだけ歌の仕事がしたいって言っちゃったから。
その一言で火がついたってわけか。それで守りはどうしたいの？
それは歌が歌いたい。それは本当ですけど、だからってマモリンをやりたくないわけじゃないんです。今の私があるのはマモリンのおかげでもあるから。初めはマモリンも大人に言われたからやってただけだったんです。でもやっていくうちにファンやスタッフの皆さんに他ならぬおじちゃんに褒めてもらえて、マモリンもいいかなって思えるようになったんです。
じゃあバリーさんの早とちりってこと？
そうじゃないんです。おじちゃんは私のことを守ろうとしてくれたんです。私がいつも自分に自信がなくて考えていることを伝えられないから、だからおじちゃんが代わりに。
そうだったんだ。
私いつもおじちゃんに守ってもらってばっかりです。だからいつきさん、私強くなりたい。誰かに守られるんじゃなくて、自分の考えをしっかり伝えられる強さが、自信が欲しいのです。
自信か。一体どうすれば。
私に策があります。
トーガさん？
守り、ブルームパレスに来てください。詳しい話はそこで。
どういうこと？
もしかしたら五木殿にもご助力願うかもしれません。
分かった、協力するよ。
ではブルームパレスに行ってきます。
Alright, off we go. Oh, that's gonna be more immediately reminding me. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Oh, never mind. Normally the dialogue I get right after someone leaves is like, Come on, where are you? Come to the place I just said to go to. I'm gonna repeat that by interrupting you with this, therefore making you take longer to get there. But for the first time, there's actually new information here. Memori says, I spoke to Mr. Dragitsky. A powerful mirage supposedly appears in Illusory Daitu TV station. Mr. Draug says that he respects this person and that he may be able to give me some advice. However, that mirage has been cursed. So you want to help him regain his senses. Can you please come with me? Alright. Oops, I pressed map again. Thank you so much. And then he's all happy. Alright, so heading to Illusory Daito TV station. Is it Daiba or Daito? Shit. It's gotta be Daito, right? Because Daiba's our current act, and it's always previous locations. Right? Hello, what are you doing here? You're still here? It's been a while now, hasn't it? Well, if it isn't Itsuki, what brings you here? Are you wondering about all these bizarre happenings, perhaps? Okie dokie, see you later. Apparently we're not gonna have a conversation. Also, apparently the same people have been pointing this camera at the stage for like the last 3 years. Don't you think it'd look nicer if we shot that singer slightly from the right? Is there even a singer up there right now? Oh, I guess that silhouette is supposed to be human. Alright. You look oddly familiar. What's your deal? What? Shorts man. I want to get a new set already, but we don't have the budget for it. It's a real problem, alright? Let's see. He said... Daitao... Yeah, this has to be the right place. Yeah, it is. I was checking the text messages again. I get thrown off a little too often about the fact that 2 of the locations are called Daito and Daiba. Of all the names they could pick for their 2 media locations we visit.
ここにそのミラージュが現れるのか？
ええ、私が尊敬する強力なジェネラルロレンス殿です。先日の探索の際、この辺りでその気配を察知したのです。彼ほどのジェネラルなら守りに何か有効な助言を与えられるかもしれません。
覚えているんだ。
ええ、おぼろげにではありますが、どうやら強く影響を受けた存在の記憶はなかなか消えないようです。
なるほど。
しかしロレンス殿は呪いにかけられ敵の手に落ちています。
それを救い出せばいいというわけか。
いつきさん、
頑張ろう守り。大丈夫、俺たちがついてる。
Weird. So he says that he found out about this person being here and cursed last time we investigated this place. But we never investigated this place with him, because we got him after we finished the entire zone, and we've never been back. That's slightly odd. Do we have messages from Tiki for this main quest? Huh. It's coming from between 2 sets. I sense a presence from a stage that connects sets. Then shows me map. The Renz is a sturdy mirage, so make sure you're fully prepared. A place that connects sets. Ew. He's in the mini-boss stage. That makes sense, actually. Okay, let's go warping then. Set B. If I visit Set B, I should be able to warp backward, walk on the bridge backwards to the mini-boss stage. And then we'll fight ourselves another mini-boss, basically. In relation to where I am on my mini-map, it'll be left. Yeah, right here. Gotcha. Here we go. So you should be right through here. Since I've gotten this far, I might as well update my slave slightly. Just so if I manage to die, I don't have to go through all the story and stuff that led here. There we go. Dangerous presence, what'll I do? Hit it in the face with the spiky bits and or fireballs until it stops moving. That's usually a fun strategy. That's just Draug.
ロレンス殿、どうか正気にお戻りください。私の記憶にあるあなたは国を思い民を思いやる名将だったはず。それがどうして
国、そして民か。空虚なものよ。かつての私はなぜそのようなものに心を煩わせていたのだろうな。だが今の私には優越がある。枷を解かれた力を存分に振るうこの優越がお前たちのパフォーマーをいただくぞ。そしてさらなる力で全てを破壊してやる。この世界の国も民も。
やるしかない。守りの力で彼を正気に戻すんだよ。守りならやれる。自信を持って。大丈夫、俺たちがついてる。
いつきさん、はい、行きます。
全力を尽くしましょう、マスター。
カルネージホーム。源守です。
何もかも空虚なものよ。
ロレンス殿。
So yeah, that is straight up Draug, but with a slightly different helm and a little bit of a color switch. So as an axe user, it'll be vulnerable to... Oh, it's got some friends. Oh, those are lance users. Okay. So we want to have her Momori in combat because she'll have an advantage against both of the characters that are currently using lances. Other than that, we'll want to use a bow on the character that's flying or lightning. And other than that, oh yeah, I want to take out these lance users as fast as possible because they'll both have an advantage against Itsuki, who I can't switch out and uses a sword. Other than that, Itsuki has an advantage against the primary boss, and that'll come in handy. But yeah, I want to take out these lance users as fast as I can, if at all possible. Let's see, lowers the target's defense. Could be useful for helping to ensure the person goes down. Is it and it's a medium attack too. That's pretty nice. Let's see. So that guy's weak against lightning and axes, so if I attack this character with this crew, there's a pretty good chance he'll get obliterated by the whole... Oh. Yeah, that's good. An axe attack for good damage, followed by a lightning attack for good damage, followed by a spear to maybe finish it off. Should be a good opener against this crew. Whoa, whoa, that's not good damage. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Were you higher level than I thought you were? You're just level 34. You're my level. Huh. I get the thing this probably is not scripted like your usual boss fights where there's like multiple waves of reinforcements and a bunch of crazy gimmicks happening. It's probably just 3 regular units, and so to make it more difficult, they probably have high stats. Like this character probably is hard to kill to make up for the fact that he's just some dude and he might not have any reinforcements afterwards. Probably not a bad time to do some of these bonuses then, like strike oppose and stuff like that. Although Raging Blast is also tempting. The strike oppose is a good way to get its turn advantage, because otherwise we're gonna have to deal with getting attacked constantly. We actually learned about the power of strike oppose from this very room when I came here to fight the previous mini boss that was kicking my ass. Because strike oppose, giving your characters extra moves, makes it way easier to not get obliterated by relatively powerful enemies. So I'm gonna go with this medium attack. Keep hammering on this guy's weaknesses. That'll be followed up by with yeah, at least one attack that he's weak against. Ad-lib, that's good too. Yeah, but still didn't quite make it though, even with the ad-lib. One of them's not quite down, although the other character's sealed. That's interesting. I forget, does that mean he won't get attacks, or does that... I forget if that means he won't get attacks, or if he just won't be able to use abilities. Sealed kind of sounds like silence, so he's probably just not going to be able to use certain skills. Either way, we want to keep working on this guy. They're weak against lightning and axes and nothing else, and I can't do either of those things. So that's discouraging. I should probably switch to somebody who can use lightning or axes. Or bows. So... yeah, you have lightning. I was trying to remember for a moment there, like, does she have lightning, or am I making this up in my head? I think... yeah, the character I couldn't remember before was the more witch-based character, Kirya. I thought that she had lightning before, and I was wrong. That's what I was second-guessing about. You have lightning for sure. There we go. But the follow-up's gonna be a crappy spear attack, and it might not be enough to take him down. That said, it's not like we can use arrows unless I want to just attack everybody, which might feel good, because this person's inevitably weak against it. I have no idea about that character. It's probably not worth it though, especially since this is a medium attack. Medium attack that causes poison, that probably increases our chances of taking him down. But it will not cause a combo? Oh, wrong one. Wait. Oh, right, lightning. I'm thinking of lightning. That's. I got thrown off for a second there. Yeah, let's go with lightning. Let's see if it'll be enough. Please. Ooh, a crit. That might seal the deal. There we go. One less enemy. Oh, I just realized my mistake. Oh my goodness, that's damage. I realized my mistake as I swapped out my character, which means this character doesn't have the two actions bonus, because that was on my other character, Tsubasa. Didn't really think about that. Just figured I'd go for the elemental weaknesses. So many items in this game. Lifestone. No, that's not what I'm looking for at all. Wait. Did none of these do what I want them to do? Must be below all these ones. What? Wait, no, I thought I had a whole bunch of revive items. Wait, what? I thought I had like a... oh. No. They all say hit points, they don't say... revival bead. Revives one ally. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry. I just... I just realized that Itsuki was, I saw his health drain all the way down. I didn't notice that he had that proc of him, of not dying. Well, there's that, isn't there? I guess let's just change right back to Tsubasa then. Might as well use the character who can, heal this character for the most. Really? That's the best one we have, too, huh? Alright. Really? I haven't gotten a better heal yet? Who has the better heal? Huh. Oh, wait, Itsuki actually learned the better heal, didn't he? I think that's just because his weapons always level up a little too fast. Let's see here. Well, I'm not going to get much luck on the... yeah, you're not weak against lightning, and definitely not going to want to fight you with a sword, because you're a Blackwing Knight. So we should probably just start working on the big bad. And I've got an Armor Slayer. This should help out. And we'll test out a bunch of elements at once over the course of this session. And that'll help us out. Defense! Successful defense too, not very much damage. Uh-oh. And then he hit you for real. Whoops. Media! Not a terrible idea, but you're a heavy hitter that can go after the main boss, so I think I'm gonna go for that for now. Medium, lowers defense. Yes. Weak against air. Make it count. Make it count. There we go. One foe remaining. Now media. There we go. So someone was asking me what I think of the story now that we're like halfway through it or something like that. And I got mixed feelings so far. Let's do an empty wave, seems like a pretty obvious choice at this point. So it feels like I'm watching the middle part of an anime that has like 500 episodes and just kind of treads water and doesn't go anywhere. Because there's always a status quo. Like we just have a little chapter, and each chapter is its own self-contained story. And then it's just kind of, yeah, like, oh, everything's back to normal, except for like the one party member they usually add per chapter, more or less. It's been kind of uneventful so far, to be honest. There's just not much going on in the game most of the time. There's one story where everyone's trying to become idols of some kind, or stars, and that's massively de-emphasized by the story. Occasionally we focus a little bit on Tsubasa and her new, and like slight changes to her career, but all that really happens is it's like, she's gonna go try to be a movie star. But it's really just a setup for a dungeon, so we don't actually go in depth about anything about it, and we don't develop the story at all, and then we dismiss it, usually right after the chapter's over. We already know the wind sucks. Let's try, I could try Life Drain, or I could go for another heal to top ourselves off. Is it worth it anymore to do single target over multi-target? Not necessarily. I'll keep the heal going. But yeah, the story has been spending a lot of time just being like, here's the dungeon, here's the boss, it's over now, and then it resets back to default without having a lot happen in the middle. I should use an ice character against you. But at the same time, dropping your defense sounds like a good thing to do for a turn too. Hopefully that'll help out. Oh, poor lightning. I find myself wishing that the various bosses that run each dungeon had more story to them and more relation to the main story and more like... I haven't played much Persona, so I can't say for sure, but I think Persona 4, I want to say whole chunks of the story in some way involved concepts of like, hey, this is my inner demons or my inner insecurities manifested as a giant shadow monster. Defeat it, and you can help me grow as a person. But in this game, some character we've never met before, in most cases, gets possessed by a demon because the demon just possesses people. And then we defeat it, and then we go back to never seeing that person again. And the whole dungeon is just kind of sometimes it's just kind of a random location. Like, last chapter, we went after Barry, so they had an opportunity to really set up, like, story reasons for, like, Barry to be the big bad guy. It's like, oh, Barry got turned into the bad guy because he was, like, jealous, or he compromised himself in some way, or something was going on, but instead it seems to be Barry was the bad guy because the demon just happened to pick him that day, and there didn't seem to be any reason behind it, when I think... I could be wrong, but I think that in Persona games there's like an actual reason usually, and not just like, oh, they're just bad now. And so it kind of feels like, I don't know, like the primary chunk of the gameplay is spent going through the... Oh, I picked the wrong character! Can I change Can you change again? Oh, you totally can. Okay, fine. I meant to go to my ice character, was my mistake. Like, the primary gameplay is going through dungeons and beating bosses, but that gameplay is not, like, explained as part of the story in any meaningful way, really. It's just kind of a thing we do. And there's not like a lead villain or anything. There's like, we're not rallying against a certain enemy. It's just this vague oh no, that's bad. We're mostly dealing with this vague concept of that there's mirages, I guess. It's like, oh, mirages, they're bad. Gotta keep taking out those mirages, that's totally the premise of an anime, is to be all like, this is our agency, and our agency takes down the bad guys, wherever they may show up, and then you just wait for them to show up, and then every episode is taking down a different bad guy. But it doesn't go anywhere, it's just episodic. Like, that's how this is structured. But it's kind of weird because each chapter is several hours long, and there's only, I want to say there's supposed to be 6 or something? So like each of these dungeons we're doing, think about that as being 1/6 of the entire game and its story. And if that's the case, I'm like, what did we do with that amount of time? We took down a director that got possessed by a demon? It's weird. It's really weird to me. I keep thinking it's gonna go somewhere else and it doesn't. Because yeah, I totally sit here thinking that like, let's see, Armor Slayer's the thing to do here. Like, the prologue had that one like singing competition announcer get possessed by a demon, and I was like, well, that was a little shallow and undeveloped, but it's just the prologue, that's fine. But then the rest of the game continued to do that over and over again. Like, here's a dungeon, here's the demon guy, here's the random entertainment character that gets possessed, and go take him down. And at most, there might be one scene where your Tsubasa or someone says like, I can't do it! I don't believe in myself! And then you go back to the Bloom Palace and make them believe in themselves, and then they're back and like, I believe in myself now! And then you can fight the boss now. Like, that's happened a few times now, but like, I don't know, I don't think I can call that a good story, can I? Like, if you accept it, it's fine, and like, I think that oftentimes, I think with Japanese RPGs, some people just kind of want to see pretty colors and boss fights, and they just want to grind and make their characters level up in 17 different ways. And this game does that, because you level up your character via experience, and you level up their weapons to give them skills, which you also can level up, and then you can also level up their stage presence. It's like, there's like 17 different little things to level up in different ways. So the game does that part, I guess. And it's pretty. But the characters are really kind of shallow so far, and for a while I was just saying so far, but at this point I kind of have to think that they're just going to stay that way, because the game's going to be over at some point. Like, we're running out of game. Maybe it's like a late bloomer, maybe we're going to suddenly have a nice driving narrative that pushes the plot forward, but so far it's just a bunch of isolated chapters that don't really attach in any interesting way. At this point I'm almost not interested in trying to heal these characters, because they go down to nothing in one hit. But I can just revive the person that he takes down, and that seems to be working so far, so I'm actually kind of settling for that. Take this! Axe time! I will say, at least the story's not actively grating like some of the games I've played lately, where everything is really stupid all the time, and there's massive plot holes, and it's really irritating. This game mostly is just like, it's these characters. Some of them are slightly annoying, some of them are not slightly annoying, and they kind of do their thing, and we swap them in and out, and we go fight the monsters, and then it'll end at some point. Oh yeah, hey look, I've never noticed that before. Look at Itsuki's portrait in the background. It's covered in like sad flower petals, and he's like pained horribly because he's low on health. I've never noticed them that they change when they're wounded. Alright, so you're weak against ice and sword. I really wish I had another sword user. I'd like to use another character that they're weak against, because this character's pretty low. And their defense is reduced. Let's see. Let's just swap. Oh no, I can't change you out because you're a story character, huh? I was thinking of changing her out for our fire user. Speaking of characters that are undeveloped, Tuma has like a minor side quest about trying to become a Power Rangers hero and impressing some little boy. But aside from that, like aside from that specific side quest, he's like disappeared from the game. I can't help but notice that we keep doing more and more story stuff, and like as the main story continues, it's like Tuma stopped existing because we just have not seen Tuma at all in cutscenes. He just kind of stands there and doesn't say anything, and he doesn't have any drama and character development. He never has to do anything. He's like, so far he's never been the guy that helps us take down the bad guy. He's totally like, you guys need a third character, right? Because like he's like the kind of expert during the intro chapter, and then immediately it's like we forget he exists, which is also kind of weird. So it seems like the story is set up to be Itsuki and the 3 waifu potential characters. So it's like all the story goes to the 3 different character types that they want to have as their waifu characters. That's great that she keeps attacking from the background, by the way, I love that. So we have Kiria, who was like, I'm gonna play it cool. And then we have the Momori, which is the really childlike, innocent character. And then we have Tsubasa, who's the energetic and oblivious character. And then you have Eleonora, who's the like really self-confident type character. I forgot she existed when I said 3 characters earlier. Yeah, there's 4 different girls that all the story's being given to. And Toom was just kind of like, I'm in the background. I have red hair, remember me? I was in the prologue, and then we never talked about me again. Stage rank 9. We got role model. What's that one gonna do? Oh my god. This is alarming. Okay. Well, yes, I want that skill to be stronger, so that's nice. Yay, +2 to my... I think that's the one that's attacking everybody? Must be, yeah. So I have +2 versions of lightning medium and then attack all with lightning. Then I have thunder that follows up bow attacks. And electric expertise raises power of electric attacks. Yay! Cool! It's so rare to get 4 skills in a row. Well, I mean, I've never gotten 4 skills at once, but it's really rare to get them all in a row and then also get to keep them all. And not have that horrible feeling of throwing skills away. Hey buddy, you like guitar, I like leisure. But part of me does want to revisit Persona 4, because I barely touched it back in the day. And see if that I have this partially formed image in my head that it's massively different from this, and has better character development and better stories. But I don't know if that's actually true, or just what I have thought about it, and partly assimilated from other people talking about it. Increase the experience gained while in the subcast, that's nice. But what I want to replace for that... Stats are nice, even though they're just +2, so I don't know if that's necessarily good, although they could get plus versions of that. Versus poison and sleep. Poison's kind of situational, and it's curable. Sleep sucks because it means she doesn't get a turn, so I'd rather remove poison. Having her get more experience would be nice. But I don't know. Tell me, if you played Persona and this, I'd love to hear if you think that if Persona has way better story or not. Because I don't know if I made that up in my head or if it's actually true. Because I haven't played enough Persona, but it left a really good impression for the chunk of it that I played. There was just a chunk of time where when I was trying to play it, I just couldn't deal with the fact that you couldn't save wherever you wanted to. So I would get 40, 50 minutes into a dungeon and die.
Naniをロレンス殿よかったご無事ですかそうかこの娘が私の呪いをお前たちにも手間をかけさせたな
ロレンスさん、この子に助言してあげてほしいんです。自分に自信が持てないって悩んでいるんです。名将と呼ばれたあなたなら。
少女よ、名は？
はい、源守です。
守り。そなたは力で勝る私を打ち破った。すでにその小さき体に十分な勇気を宿しておる。この老いぼれの助言なぞ不要であろう。だがあえて言うなら、そなたは他人の顔色を伺いすぎる嫌いがあるようだな。素直に己の心のままにやるがよい。それが子供の特権でもある。
はい、ありがとうございます、ロレンスさん。
やったね、守り。
私にもできるんですね。何かつかめた気がします。
やりましたね、守り。
いつきさんたちのおかげです。ありがとうございました。
どうやら少し力を使いすぎたようだ。私はしばしこの地にとどまり、貴公らを見守るとしよう。さらばだ、小さきそして強き戦士よ。
いつきさん、私おじちゃんに話してみます。自分の言葉で。
ああ、今の守りだったらバリーさんにうまく伝えられると思う。
Yeah, I'd be interested in hearing what you guys think about this stuff, but for me it's definitely just slightly underwhelming to have so much of the story boiled down to I'm not confident in myself, or I'm slightly uncomfortable around meeting people. And then we do that for like every single character in some cases. Like all the characters have such I think that's part of the problem, is that there's a repetition to it. Like it's not, it would, like if it was just Tsubasa who constantly has interpersonal problems, that'd be something, but all of them seem to. Like I'm showing Tuma how to have dates, and basically everyone seems to, like, I was showing Tuma how to ask people out, I was showing Eleonora how to have dates, we're showing Tsubasa how to meet people, and we're teaching Momori confidence in herself, and like they're all interpersonal issues of like, I need to be good with people, oh no, I'm afraid to face people or shake their hand or some variation of that. It's really just Kiria that I can think of. Maybe that's why I like Kiria out of all the characters more, is that her personal issues was like, oh, I lost this doll and it means a lot to me. And like that's kind of refreshing, that's just like, she just has something that she cares about and it's threatened or missing or something. As opposed to like, teach me how to shake everybody's hand because you're the only well-adjusted adult in this entire group of people, protagonist man. Which seems to be what Itsuki's purpose is sometimes. Let's get our skills. The door to courage and carnage trainer. Wait, I think they might have both been... They were both radiant skills. Whoops. Just saw the word carnage. But that was because of he got stage presence and gained access to a new skill here. 20% of Carnage Mastery gained by Itsuki will be distributed amongst the subcast. Yeah! Which is good, because he's always the main character, and he's always in combat. So if every time he uses a skill, he's now going to distribute weapon skill amongst the party, that's fantastic news. Because that'll just make various stuff less in need of grinding, and some characters will fall behind less than they have been. At least a little bit. And it helps make it, I feel like Itsuki's a little more useful, because he, as a main character, he maxes out his weapons too fast and runs out of weapons to change to, and it just feels like him being in the slots wasting our carnage, so it going through to the other 3, or maybe even 4 characters eventually, would be useful. That's almost like a one, in fact, if we get 4 more, if we have a subcast of 4, then that'd be like having 80% of experience, I assume that all of them get the equivalent of 20%, and it's not 20% split between everybody. If it is 20% going directly to each of them, then that'd be 80% for 4 characters, which would then be almost a 1-to-1 ratio of just conservation of energy, even when he maxes out his weapon, which would be great. I assume we were going to have a subcast of 4, because Momori caught me off guard. I didn't think she was going to join the crew, but now that she did, she's like a supplementary character to the number of people I thought was going to join, because clearly Too Cool for School guy has to join the crew, right? The one that was doing a show with Kiria and is constantly like, just he's that character from every anime that's like, I have blue hair that covers my eyes a little bit and I'm too cool for everyone and I think I'm the most powerful character, but I don't believe in friendship. He's gonna join our crew because they always do every single time, and so he'll probably be number 7. I'll do my best as Memorin. Radiant skill that reveals new possibilities. Okay, so this says nothing basically, but it's a story skill. Let's do it.
私もっともっと頑張ります。
バリーにきちんと自分の思いを伝えることができたようですね、守り。
おじちゃんも喜んでくれたよ。私が自分の言葉でちゃんと伝えられたこと。
泣くほど嬉しかったようですね。まあ、あの人の愛はいささか深すぎますから。
でも今度のことはローガさんやイツキさんが手伝ってくれたおかげだよ。私自分に自信が持てるようになりました。
守りは元から強さをその身に秘めていたのですね。今のあなたならもっと良い守りんができるはずです。
ありがとうローガさん。レンチンアイドルマモリン始まるよ。心の温めスイッチオン。今日はカレーを作るよ。材料はポムカレー1袋と炊いたご飯。これだけ？すごいね。電子レンジがあれば何でもできるよ。
変わりましたね。今までで一番いい守りです。とても生き生きしてます。私は彼女の可能性を閉ざしてしまうところだったのかもしれません。
バリーさん、
後のことは任せます。
お疲れ様です。あれ、おじちゃんどこ行くの？
おお、
一緒に帰ろうって約束しました。一緒じゃなきゃ嫌です。
いいんじゃないですか。
よくわからないけど私もいいと思います。
やはり守りは本物の天使です。天使が実在するということは神もいるのです。はい、証明終了。
あ？
外で待ってます。
変なおじちゃん。
改めてお疲れ様。どうだった？
今までで一番よくできたような気がします。
そっか。
あの時いつきさんが私に力を貸してくれたから、だから自信を持つことができたんです。でも私今度はいつきさんに頼ってしまったのでしょうか。
悪いことじゃないよ。頼って頼られて守って守られるのが仲間なんだから。
いつきさ
ん、それにロレンスさんを正気に戻せたのは事実だし、その結果もこうして出てる。自信を持っていいはずだ。
はい、私これからも頑張ります。ふつつかものですが見守っていてください。
それじゃそろそろ行こうか。 バリーさんも待ってるし。
That cutscene actually kind of reminded me of one of the other things that might be why the story doesn't always super connect with me, which is that, like, I talked about how the monster stuff is all just... It's another chapter. That means it's time for another dungeon, because it's one dungeon for every chapter. Alright, who's gonna get possessed this time? Introduce new character. Oh, well, that character gets possessed. Okay, cool. I worry about that character. Oh no, not Tarantino. And then he gets possessed by some monster, and we gotta fight the monster, and Tarantino's good again, and then cool, one new character to stand around in the background in various locations and say, oh, hi, Itsuki, I haven't seen you in a few days, and that's, like, kind of it so far. So there's no emotional anything going on there, it's a checklist storyline. But then, when it comes to the real-life storylines, it's all about these people growing as performers and stuff like that. Like, thanks, you gave me the confidence or the experience or that one little moment that I needed to focus on so that I could make this performance work. The problem is, I think that the developers bit off more than they could chew, because they then never show us any of the performances. So it's an entire game about performers where none of them ever perform on screen, aside from maybe 10 seconds of video sometimes. The one exception, obviously, is that we've had like 3 pre-rendered music video scenes involving characters like Kiria and Mamori and the Mr. Too Cool for School that I forgot the name of again, that will be joining us later, I'm sure. Especially since I see you empty slot on the bottom of the screen right now. It's like, we've had some music videos with them, and so then you're like, oh, cool, they can do a vocal performance. Look at that, they're being pop idols. But then other characters are like, I'm gonna be an actor. But they're like, oh, we just realized we can't do a convincing performance with a Japanese RPG talking engine because it's really stilted and badly paced. That's just how Japanese RPG dialogue works. It's like, it's a bunch of like, I am now saying my line, and I'm exaggerating some of the vowels and stuff. Pause. And now the next person's gonna talk, and like it's all like nothing about JRPG voice to dialogue where you don't when like if it's a press A to continue conversation, it's never paced well. It's always paced like a really unnatural conversation. So they have to do a real cutscene in order to make the dialogue feel good and stuff like that. Which means that they'd have to carefully animate real cutscenes for all these performances, just like they do with, say, the vocal performances. So instead they just don't show us anything. Like for Tuma, the most we ever got is that we got that one scene where he falls off the stage for a second. And for Mamori, she's standing at a desk. Look, it's the set of her show. Now cut away quickly, we can't do anything more. And for Eleonora, like, she's an actress. We helped her prepare for her romance scene. But we mostly got like 5 seconds of dialogue that felt really unnatural and didn't really sell her as an actor, because it was all done with, if I remember correctly, in the press A to continue dialogue. And so we don't feel them as performers, and the problems are all similar, so it's hard to care about their problems, because they all have the same problems of being like, I am not confident in myself over and over again. It's like, at the very least we could get performances out of them, but the game doesn't deliver on that, which means that all that's left is to go grind through the next dungeon to kill a boss that is just a boss that exists, that we don't care about the reason why the boss exists very much, because it's just a demon that took over a performer that we've never met before and won't matter afterwards unless they all come together like freaking the Power Rangers Zords at the end of the game or something and transform into a super entertainer, which I doubt. Stage rank 4. You got another side quest. Mamori's not confident again. Tuma. Remember him? He exists. Oh, lots of level ups from this one. Brave Mamorin. Got microwave and a heart. Special performance. Yeah, I'm admittedly kind of bored with the reasons behind the side quest, because everyone's like, I'm not confident or something, and then we make them confident. but obviously I'm going to do all the side quests because you get very real mechanical incentive to do them, because you want those special performances proccing as often as possible during boss fights, or you're going to be, or you could easily be in a lot more trouble, because they definitely are helpful. Let's see. I have some messages coming up for, looks like the side story. Oh no, did it scroll wrong? Oh yeah, it scrolled to the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Tiki says, Big Brother, it looks like a new Performa is born in Memorial. Oh, she's talking about the fact that we could have gotten the Unity earlier that I just got. Alright, new messages from a lot of characters. Tuma says, well, not much else we can do now that there's been an attack. Let's take the fight to him. Alright, just talking about the main story stuff again. Eleonora, honestly, these Mirages are nothing but trouble. Ah, crap. Hit the map again. And I was all set to give a performance that impressed even the great Terracino. Itsuki, we need to clean up this mess up fast. And then there's just Unity's note saying that Memorial can get another Radiant skill, yet again. So we'll go grab that real quick. So I hope I'm not tearing into the game too much, but someone wanted my feedback about this, and yeah, I got mixed feelings about the story as a whole so far, and we're far enough in the game now that I think giving it the benefit of the doubt is a bit of a stretch when we're now maybe 50% of the way through the whole story. Alright, 10% bonus hit point for the tanky character that takes damage for other characters. Definitely going to be useful. Alright, see you guys next time when we'll get back into that dungeon with the teleporting doors, where I most likely just need to finish mapping out the floor, and then I can solve the puzzle once I know what the floor looks like. Or so I think.